Well, ladies and gentlemen, you're certainly welcome back to the channel. Keith here from Commander Hoops. If this is your first time viewing the channel, if you can press that like and subscribe button, takes half a second to do, free of charge. It will be really appreciated. We'll talk about Liam Scales, Lagerbielke, and Joe Hart. Short and simple. You don't want me waffling the brains off you for ages. Just keep it to the points. Liam Scales, 25 years of age, played 26 games for Celtic this season in all competitions. 1 goal and 3 assists in there. The reports from the Irish Sun that broke the story on Saturday that Brendan Rodgers was asked about Liam Scales. He said he's been a surprising package. He's been impressed with his performances. He's really happy in the club, and it's not straightforward to give a new contract. It could take behind the background 2 to 3 months to negotiate. And let's give this guy a new deal. 18 months left. He came from Shamrock Rovers, scored on his league debut against Dundee away at Tannadice, an absolute cracker, scored in the League Cup at Wright Rovers, went on loan to Aberdeen, played 31 games, matured, scored an absolute wonder against Rangers. McGregor didn't have a clue what was going on. And let's give this guy a proper deal. He's played Champions League football this season and stepped up to that game. He's been called up for Ireland. You know, it's a big, big thanks to him why we're top of the league. We had an injury crisis. We had Phillips in there, Lagerbielke, Carter Vickers, Welch, all different rotations of centre defenders, and Scales stood his ground and still being consistent. I would not be surprised he'll get fans player of the year, him or O'Reilly, or maybe player of the year in the league. You never know. So I hope this happens. I hope this is accelerates and gets done and dusted. Yeah, and there's no interest at the moment for Liam Scales, but I'd like to see him long term at Celtic. Not because he's Irish, because he's done well. He deserves to wear the shirt. He's undroppable at the moment. So hopefully he keeps up the consistency and keeps bashing away. And yeah, it's been a fairy tale for him. So good luck with that. Lagerbielke, on the other hand, there's been interest from Lecce of Serie A. The source is Gianluca Di Mazzario of Sky Sports in Italia. So basically, they're interested in a loan move, but they're not interested in paying the full wage. He's 23 years of age. He's played a handful of games for Celtic, scored against Feyenoord. This is a guy that we signed from Elfsborg for 3 million quid. He's 4 years left in his contract. Well, 3 years left in his contract. At the end of the day, if he's not featuring and he's not getting the game time and Brendan Rodgers doesn't rate him, the word on the street, let him go on loan. Let him go out there and play football. There's no point in him rotting in the reserves or, you know, sitting on the bench. He did come on against St. Mirren the other day, but it's just, I feel sorry for Gustav because tipped really well in Scandinavia to be one of the rising stars in Swedish football. And we bring this guy in, expect, you know, hit the ground running, and he had a few dodgy games, and some people are on his back. Then the reports that the manager is not rating him as a player. He's not he's too slow at turning with the ball and all this malarkey. I don't buy into it. If he's not playing and he's not part of Brendan Rodgers' plans, let him go on loan. Simple as that. It's a situation with Joe Hart. There's been a lot of reports in the 24 hours that Brendan Rodgers hasn't ruled out a new contract for Joe Hart. Now, Joe Hart's 37 years of age. His contract is up in the summer. He has played 133 times for Celtic. Some remarkable saves. I sat there today and watched a couple of Joe Hart videos, and some really big saves in the derbies, really big saves in the League Cup final, saves to like Ross County away, valuable points we picked up, even European games, pulled off some cracking saves. Yes, he gives me anxiety when the ball comes to him. Yes, he doesn't control his box to the manner that he should have when he was 4 or 5 years ago. And I feel like he's off the grade, but I wouldn't mind having him as a number 2 at the club, to be honest, which is, I feel like we really need to strengthen. And I've said this time and time again on the channel. We're linked with Angus Gunn. We're linked with Ipswich #1, the Czech keeper as well, Halaki. So let's see what happens, Halaki. So that's really it from me in regards to them 3 players. No, there's no other activity. There was talks of Kobayashi going to Japan, Kwon going back to South Korea. There's been no official Mikey Johnson talk since the window's been open. David Turnbull's gone real quiet. There's talk about him. So James McCarthy's still collecting 25 grand a week. So we'll leave it there. Speak to us all soon. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Hail, all the best.